This is Winter X Ravens.
Top 10.
Most annoying Exceed monsters.
Number 10. Number 86. It has 5 effects, all kind of BS, and can be OP if used correctly. Now, with this card, it has to be in a specific deck. The reason why I think it should be in here is because there's a lot of good warrior decks out there. They're not really top tier like Shaddolls or Necros or Speed Forts or anything, but they can hang. The only thing I don't like about this card is the 5 effects. Because with 1 or more, this card cannot be destroyed by battle, and if you have 2 or more, it gains 1500 attack and defense. You kidding me? And then with 3 or more, it's unaffected by other card effects. So you can't really do nothing to it if it's not affected by other card effects. And then if you somehow get 4, your opponent can't normal or special summon. Come on, you kidding me? And then the final effect, if you have 5 or more. I don't know how you would do that, but if you just get lucky one day and have 5 or more, once per turn, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. So basically, if you somehow manage to get 5 on the field, XYZ for this guy, he destroys your whole field and gains all the other effects too. But luckily I never played against this, but if I ever do, well, you know what happens. I'm really, so yeah.
Number 9. Battling Boxer Lead Yoke. He can be easily made in the archetype, and he detaches to stay on the field, and while doing so he gets stronger. So if you try using Regeki or Dark Hole, he stays on the field, and he gets 800 boost. Now I know he isn't in the top decks right now, but I do fight the Battling Boxers a lot, and I fight them clearly enough to know that this is a card I do not want to see ever again. So yeah, let's get it banned. If you hate it too, cool. Number 8. Harpy's Pet Phantasma Dragon. Number 1. Harpy monsters cannot be targeted by effects or for battle. Number 2. It can attack directly every turn it has a XYZ material, and can easily be made in the archetype. Now this is really good for the Harpies archetype because they do lack some power within the deck. But another thing is, this XYZ takes wind monsters. I did not know that, and it wasn't the day that I fought a Yosenju deck that I realized the card that I use in my Harpy deck can be a very mean card. It cannot be targeted for attacks, you cannot target it with any spell, monster effects, or trap cards, and with that being said, it can just keep attacking you directly. That's already 6,000 unless you have Dark Hole. Now, another thing is, if they put down some kind of equip on it, even Gravity Axe, that's 2,500. 25, 5,000, 75, you have 500 left. So that is why it's one of the annoying XYZs.
Number 7. Wait a minute, I mean Abyss Dweller. Man, I hate Abyss Dweller. You know what? It's a level 4, really easy to make, generic card. It's able to stop graveyard effects, so it stops cards like Yangzings, Shaddolls, and even Necros. Wait a minute, Burning Abyss. All those card effects that you activate in the graveyard, Abyss Dweller says no. It's really annoying, really weak monster, but when it's made first turn and you're trying to get your combos off, it just completely stops you. It's really annoying, personally for me, because I love to run Yangzings. Yeah, I hate that card, screw that card. Yeah, angriness.
Number 6. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. It's a generic rank 4, it handles the attack and gains it. Now, what I really hate about this card is that it's easy to make. And then after you make it, you just detach 2, and it targets one of your strong monsters, takes their attack, adds it to him, and then he just destroys your strong monster. You know, it takes a lot of work, you know, to bring out a very good monster, just for this card to come out and take it out. The only thing that's the only thing that really bothers me, because I see it in a lot of the main decks today. But hopefully I can get around it one day. Or hopefully I might just get one of my own and see how it works for me. But until then, still don't like this card.
Number 5. Alright, Stellar Knight Trigger. Don't even get me started on Stellar Knight Trigger. 3 things I really hate about this card. It compulses the whole field, so you can be setting up all your Yang Zing plays or whatever plays you're doing. This guy comes out and says, no, all you go back to the hand. It's really annoying. It also discards a random card from your hand. So you can have a certain card, you know, maybe Path or something that you might need. Nope, just puts it, gets rid of it. It's really easy to make in its archetype. It takes 3 monsters, but you make them really fast because of, you know, Deneb and all those other annoying yeah, I hate that card.
Number 4. Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Spins a card into your deck. It's a generic rank 4, and it has 2000 attack. Now, the one thing I hate about this card is that you can bring it out very easily. The second thing I hate about it is that once you bring it out, you can mess up somebody's play. And as for me, it always takes me at least 1 turn to where I can make a play. But for Castel to come out on that same turn and be like, oh, you know what, just gonna detach 2, target your card, spin it back into your deck, and that ruins the whole play for me. And it's the 2000, you know, attack. So if that's my only monster on the field and he sends it back and ruins my play, and I don't have nothing to protect me, that's 2000 life points I'm losing. So I really hate Castel.
Number 3. Cyber Dragon Infinity. If you run a Cyber Dragon deck, then this is a card you need in it. Now it is really good if say the Yang Zings bring out builds. You can easily just be like, oh, I'm gonna attach it to my Infinity, and for every XYZ material attached to it, it does gain 200, and if your opponent activates a card effect, you can detach to destroy it. Now about taking control of one of your opponent's monsters, attaching one of your opponent's monsters, you can do this once per turn. Happen to fight Battle Inboxer? Take the lead York. They won't be needing that no more, those stupid damn. Anyway, so yeah, it can take monsters once per turn, negate any card effect for as many XYZ materials it has on it, and it gains 200 for every XYZ material. So have fun if you fight this. It is a really good card, but it is not a card you would like to go against. I run Cyber Dragons and I love them, but if I ever fight another Cyber Dragon duelist using this card against me, I might consider selling the deck. So yeah. Now there are some other machine decks that run Cyber Dragon Infinity, but unless the Cyber Dragons, yeah, just screw them.
Number 2. You know what really grinds my gears? Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. This card's a generic rank 4 that just nukes the field. It's once per chain. This thing can chain during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase. If that wasn't ridiculous enough, this card can do quite a bit to your field. But the only thing is you have to have more. Your opponent has to have more cards on the field or in their hand for you to activate this. But this is like the best last resort you can do, but the most annoying one, because you could be winning and then nope, Exciton Knight. That's why it's really annoying.
Number 1. Number 101, Silent Honors Arc.
Yeah, so this card's on the list at the top mainly because it takes your monster, right? All you have to do is attach two materials, and it just takes whatever monster you have out. So you can spend a lot of time to bring out a really strong monster, and they just take that away from you, literally.
And the worst part about it is that once you take that monster, and you somehow manages to get another monster on the field, and tries to attack you, you can detach the monster that you took, send it to the graveyard, and Silent Honor Art stays on the field for another turn. It sure is.
And another thing, it is also a generic rank 4 monster.
Thanks for watching.
Good night.